It is now my great honor to confer the Bicentennial Medals for 2012. These recipients were chosen with guidance by the Executive Committee of the Society of Alumni, and assisting me with the conferral will be Society President Dennis O'Shea, class of 1977. You ready? There you are. First, David S. Paresky, class of 1960. David. Necessity, for you, turned out to be the mother of extraordinary invention. As a financial aid student from Bennington, you helped pay your way through Williams by organizing for your classmates spring break trips to Bermuda, and went on to do the same at Harvard Law School and Business School. Instead of then joining a corporation, you and your wife Linda started one. The subsequent growth of Crimson Travel was an odyssey itself, marked by your uncommon business acumen and impeccable sense of market timing. What began with the two of you grew eventually under the name Thomas Cook into a national travel company with 400 offices, 4,000 employees, and $2 billion in sales. You used television advertising decades before your rivals. You pioneered the packaging of low-cost travel for students and families, and you led the seismic shift into business travel. As a result, you are credited with more than anyone making the travel industry what it is today. And never forgetting your roots, you have used the fruits of this labor to support your communities in generous and thoughtful ways, and to provide for others the educational opportunities that you have used to such great effect. In recognition of your distinguished achievement in business and philanthropy, Williams College is proud to honor you with its Bicentennial Medal. Norman P. Spack, class of 1965. A Bridge Over Troubled Waters. The name of the organization that you volunteered with early in your career turns out to be the best descriptor of you and your life's work. Among the homeless and the victims of sexual and domestic abuse that the group served, you noticed a disproportionate number of transgender youth. Moved by their plight and, you have said, by the biblical injunction to see them as made in God's image, you later seized the chance to introduce to this country a medical service designed to address the startling national rates of bullying and suicide attempts from which this population has suffered. Your clinic at Boston Children's Hospital is part of holistic support for transgender youth that involves screening and counseling for them and their families, along with your medical touch. This involves the careful application of reversible hormone blockers to delay for several crucial years the onset of puberty, enabling children to mature to an age at which they are better able to make the complicated decisions regarding irreversible hormone treatment. The results of this bridge in time that you have constructed are shown in dramatically reduced rates of anxiety and depression, in the rapid growth of such clinics across the country, and you're now being called on to speak of this work internationally. In recognition of your distinguished achievement in medical care for transgender youth, Williams College is proud to honor you with its Bicentennial Medal. Charles N. Waigi, class of 1972. Few young men raised in rural Kenya find their way to Williams and then to the Woodrow Wilson School. Your doing so came about through the support of many, most fundamentally your father, Jeremy, who held high educational aspirations for you and your siblings. Having reached the mandatory retirement age in your career as a public servant advancing local economic development, you and your educator wife, Teresia, used your pension funds to found a school in your village of Limuru. Beginning with just one student in your backyard, Jeremy Academy, as it is called, now serves 500 children in kindergarten through 8th grade, many of them with mental or emotional challenges. Support from your proud Williams classmates and others has recently helped you to build the facilities needed to take in boarders. As spectacular as the growth in numbers has been the rise in academic achievement, Jeremy outperforms all schools in its region on national tests, and 100% of its graduates go on to secondary school, compared with the national rate of 10%. And not content to transform just your own village, you now also serve as chair of the Asante Africa Foundation, dedicated to expanding educational opportunities throughout Kenya and Tanzania. In recognition of your distinguished achievement in rural education, Williams College is proud to honor you with its Bicentennial Medal. Kathleen A Merrigan, class of 1982. When kids harvest carrots outside their elementary school, when a new farmer's market opens, when another food giant decides to go organic, you have had some hand in that. Early in a career that has married academia and government, you literally wrote, as a congressional staffer, the federal standards for what qualifies as organic. You later ran the Department of Agriculture's regulatory efforts and its buying of food for government programs such as National School Lunch. Named one of Time Magazine's 100 most influential people in the world, you are now the blogging, tweeting Deputy Secretary of Agriculture, overseeing many daily operations and leading the department's $149 billion budget process. Your program, Know Your Farmer, Know Your Food, has helped spread nationwide local interest in food health and security. Spreading this influence even further, you have now been named the first woman to chair the Ministerial Conference of the Food and Agricultural Organization of the United Nations. In this remarkable and energetic career, you have, if nothing else, provided an inspiring example of what we all could achieve if only we would eat our vegetables. In recognition of your distinguished achievement in government service, Williams College is proud to honor you with its Bicentennial Medal. Erin I Burnett, class of 1998. So great journalists must be, first of all, curious, and that you certainly are. The vigor with which your advisor reports that you track down data for your political economy thesis on international labor standards has served you well in a rapidly advancing career that has enabled you to follow your curiosity worldwide. We also like to think that your liberal arts education helped develop your uncanny ability to discuss almost any topic insightfully, live, in front of national audiences, for long periods of time. In fact, you are the youngest journalist ever to anchor as much as 3 hours of business news each weekday. This led to on-air work at Morning Joe, NBC Nightly News, and Meet the Press, and to guest hosting The Today Show. Your datelines have included Iraq, Iran, China, India, and, during the Egyptian Revolution, Cairo. Your education seems never to end, and we get to come along for it. The classroom is now CNN's Erin Burnett Out Front, a nightly opportunity for you to delve into the issues that most affect our lives, our politics, and our culture broadly. One of our goals at Williams is to produce lifelong learners, of which you are one of the most nationally visible. In recognition of your distinguished achievement in broadcast journalism, Williams College is proud to honor you with its Bicentennial Medal.